wake up, y'all. The damn internet is acting crazy this morning. So y'all got to bear with me. I'm trying to work with it. Everything's moving slow. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I don't know why the internet is like, it almost didn't work today. Internet is, okay, so you can hear me, Black Rose. So we got Diddy on the screen. One's in the chat, one's in the chat. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to everybody coming on in here. Hopefully the camera, give me maybe in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm trying to reboot it and then get my camera back. So we definitely got, look, man, it's so early this morning. People are trolling. You just miserable. It's 8:30. It's what is it? 8:30 in the morning. If you woke up at 8:30 in the morning to troll, you seriously got a problem. You need some friends. So if you don't have no friends this morning, it's okay. Come on to the Flow Show where you can bring your cranky self over here and say whatever you got to say. And we just feel bad for you. We all are a bunch of friends. Shout out to all the community in the building, all the friends, everybody who has somebody who loves them. It's very early in the morning. I appreciate everybody in here. So we got a lot to talk about today. Update. How many Green Bay? Yeah, the hate is fake. The love is real. You're looking at the most loved journalist in the game. If you don't believe me, just check out my social media pages. How many? I know we got some Green Bay Packers fans. I know we got some Green Bay Packer fans in the community. I don't know if any of y'all are in here right now, but y'all done stole Micah Parsons from the y'all stole Micah Parsons from Dallas. So if you're a Green Bay fan, tell me what you think about that. Yeah, Micah got that bad. And he a Green Bay Packer. Dallas, if you are a Dallas sports fan, now you know we're gonna get into the heavy stuff in a minute. But if you're a Dallas sports fan, I don't know if there's ever been a year where one city has lost two generational players in the same year. Luka Doncic and Micah Parsons. How are you feeling? If you are any Dallas people out there, if we got any Dallas people out there, how are y'all feeling about this shit? Now Micah Parsons gone. Micah Parsons is officially a Green Bay Packer. Good morning to the Waking Bakers. Good morning to the Flow Show. Puff Puff Pass. Yeah, thank Big Low. Keep commenting. No, nobody gives a rat's ass what you talking about. Just keep commenting and pushing this out to the algorithm. Tell my grandkids that Marshawn Lynch is my boyfriend. Grandma Kathy says She tells her grandkids that Marshawn Lynch is her boyfriend. Shout out to Grandma Kathy in the building. See Tuck in the building. I see Desi in the building. I see Desi in the building. Lisa. Good morning, Lily. Good morning, Lily. Yeah, so Micah Parsons, for my boy C Tuck. C Tuck, you in the building. I wish I show, man, if we could have got him. If we could have got him with that line and that defense we got, holy shit. Good morning, Fire Glory. Fire Glory says good morning, Flo and the Breakfast Crew. Happy TGIF. I can't wait for this 3-day weekend. Face pink, drinking tea feature. Finger red, number one. Yes, this 3-day weekend. We got some business we got to get handled, though. We got some business we got to get handled. What we got to say is Sean Combs needs. I got a 4-day. How you got a 4-day weekend? How you got a 4-day weekend? Love and happiness. Love will make you feel wrong. Love will make you do wrong. What do you say? Love will make you do right. Love and happiness. Hey, something's going wrong. It's 3:00 in the morning. Well, talking about how she can make it right. Al Green in the building. Love and happiness says she got I don't know if it's I'm assuming it's a she. It could be a he, but they got a 4-day weekend. Yeah. Love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh, love and happiness. Man, TGIF. Ain't Fridays the best? Ain't Fridays the best? Oh, you out? So you out today and Monday? Okay. Love and happiness says she out today and Monday. Lucky you. Do that mean I want to? Do that mean I get the 3-day weekend? I want to do. I want to do the flow show. Get a 3-day weekend. I got a schedule. I'm gonna be like love and happiness. I'm gonna get a 4-day weekend. Feeling good, y'all. Feeling good, man. So y'all remember that case? Y'all remember that case with Sean P. Mohawk Diddy Combs and his son Christian Combs and the lady Steph said, I fucking love you. I fucking love you more, Steph. The fuck? I'm dangerous even on audio. They can't stop me. Everybody love me. Even the trolls love me. They want my attention so bad. Cause you know you can come to the flow show and you could get a hug. I don't care if you cranky. I ain't. I'm happy. Life is good. I feel good. My community feel good. You can see the smile through the audio. Come on now. It ain't my, if you ain't smiling this morning, if you ain't happy this morning, that ain't my motherfucking problem, baby. Hey, if you ain't smiling, if it's TGIF and you ain't happy, that ain't my motherfucking problem. You better, hey, look, like my mama used to say, you better figure it out. Because I got my smile. You better find yours. We happy as fuck. You can tell I'm smiling through the fucking audio. It's Friday. We had a full week loving on each other and talking about these stories. We going into the weekend, Monday off. If you still cranky at 8:30 in the morning, get you some help. You better figure it out. Hey, look, my mom used to say, when she used to say you better figure it out, that means you better figure it out on the next thing she was whooping that ass. So you learn to go ahead and figure it out and figure out how to put a smile on your face. See, I had a mama who didn't play that cranky, mad, sad shit. You would get in trouble in my house just for being too fucking evil. You had to learn how to put a smile on your face, or your ass will be in a room. My mom used to say, ain't nobody trying to look at you looking all ugly this morning. Take your ass in the room. See, we was raised right. We was raised to find the silver lining. We was raised to find the glass half full. We wasn't raised to worry about the glass being half empty. So I say again, if you ain't feeling good this morning, if you waking up cranky and looking for some negative energy, I ain't got no help for you. I'm happy. You better find your happiness. Now let's get to it. So this case about Sean Diddy Combs, aka the Mohawkster. What? AKA the Mohawkster. So remember when Diddy Jr., Christian Combs. Remember when Christian Combs was on a yacht and that lady was that girl was trying to make her money, and she said Christian Combs kept telling her to he kept grabbing her and touching her in different places and basically assaulted her. And she ended up telling her boss. And then the boss, basically, they blackballed her. So she got assaulted and she got fired, lost her income. And she was a waitress. And they were on a yacht. And this was Diddy's yacht. And because of all this, Diddy and his son got caught up in this lawsuit. Well, Elise said, love y'all so much. I do my best to wake up at 5:30 a.m. Shout out to Elise. Shout out to Elise. So remember when they ended up a lawsuit. And so once this lawsuit came out, they had been, they haven't had the trial yet. Well, y'all know how all those other lawsuits I said they was dropping like flies. Well, in this lawsuit is not dropping like flies. The fucking attorneys for Diddy and Christian Combs are dropping like flies, which many are speculating means that this one is actually going to trial. This is what they're saying. They are dropping, saying that whoever attorneys they had handling this situation aren't experienced enough or good enough for the job. Now, this means that Little Mohawk Diddy could be going to trial, and this shit could get serious because this girl said she was upset. Now, it would be crazy if this goes to trial, because you know what happens once it goes to trial. Then you got discovery. And then once you have discovery, who knows what the hell? Now, let's rewind. Many people saying if he get new who is this new attorney? Michael should be in the Grace matter is a trial lawyer. So they put a trial lawyer on the team. This guy, Michael, also represents Chris Brown, and he previously defended Johnny Depp and Ozzy Osbourne. Biography. Let's dig into the history of this guy, Michael, and see this case. The bottom line is this case is actually more serious than I'm sure Diddy and them thought. And look at this. The other cases have been dropped. This one ain't getting dropped. And it don't seem like this waitress is letting this go. And I don't know if she's a waitress or a bartender. I just know she worked on a yacht and she was a server and was allegedly assaulted by Little Mohawk Diddy Jr., aka Christian Combs. And apparently, this one is going to trial. We're gonna go over a couple of the details of what happened on the actual what she's suing about. But let's see what's up with this lawyer. He is a premier trial attorney, routinely retained to handle almost any type of litigation that may be tried before a jury, which is telling us that this is going to trial. Why else would they be hiring this dude? Mike has tried and handled matters involving real estate and property disputes, real estate investment disputes, all type of business litigation, slander, defamation, employment, wrongful termination, all type of shit. His expertise and ability in litigation is supposed to be top tier. The majority of his cases involving excess exposure, personal liability, pure bet, high stakes litigation. Mike is usually brought on to handle dangerous cases that a lot of other lawyers won't touch. Mike handles matters from the inception, but is also frequently brought in when the party realizes there is no other way out except going to trial. While most lawyers are substituted out of a case before trial, Mike is one who was brought in to take on a case before it goes to trial. The reason why we're talking about this is if this young lady didn't have any merit, if there was no merit to what she's saying, they wouldn't be withdrawing and changing up lawyers and shit. So the fact that they're changing up lawyers, and then they getting this guy who has an expertise in handling dangerous cases and cases that other people won't take on. Christian Combs might have some fucking problems, y'all. Christian Combs might have some problems. And the fact that this is not getting dropped, I'm telling y'all, this is something that we need to pay attention to. Because the most dangerous part about these lawsuits is that there's merit to these lawsuits. The most dangerous part is when it goes to discovery, because then they start bringing up shit. They start bringing up shit that wasn't even that people don't know. Like they're gonna start calling in witnesses. People could get subpoenaed. People might have to come speak. I'm sure the way she describes what happened, I'm sure that there are witnesses um, to the crimes or whatever she's saying happened. But matter of fact, let's go back over that. Let's go over what took place back on this damn yacht when little Mohawk Diddy, the young junior Mohawk Diddy, couldn't couldn't uh couldn't keep his hands to himself. From this, uh, give me 1 second. Something about this yacht party. Because I'm telling y'all, the fact that they done dropped, they have dropped the fact that they have dropped their lawyers and they done got this guy who they say he takes on cases that most other people won't take on, leads me to believe that this is serious. So, to refresh y'all, let's go back to the People magazine article where it said Diddy's son Christian accused amid rappers sex trafficking act up in this because it's Diddy's yacht, courage and encouraged the behavior, and allegedly was behind the scenes getting this young lady blackballed and making sure she never worked again. So, a woman alleges that Sean Diddy Combs' son sexually assaulted her while she was an employee on Diddy's yacht. In the complaint that was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court, Grace accused Christian of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and infliction of emotional distress while she was working on a boat chartered the rapper for a trip in late December 2022. Grace said in the filing that she had been 25 years old at the time and worked as a steward on the yacht at 6 a.m. During her shift, she said she saw constant rotation of suspected sex workers and celebrities partying and taking drugs. Now this part is crazy, is important because this is the type of stuff that comes into play when you're talking about discovery. See, when you're talking about discovery, when she's saying that she saw other sex workers and all type of stuff, she gonna be talking about that shit, and they're gonna be bringing that up in the fucking trial. Apple iPad. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I'm trying to. I'm trying another way. Damn, it's not letting me, man. I don't know why it's not letting me put the camera on there, but anyway. So now they might get to interviewing sex workers. They might get to interviewing sex workers. This could possibly lead to a criminal trial, much like the last trial did when a lot of those civil cases, Cassie and Little Rod kind of helped bring criminal charges to Diddy. So listen to some of the fucking details in this shit. She claims in the complaint that around December 28, 2022, Christian Combs boarded the yacht to record the music producer Rodney Little Rod Jones, who also, got a lawsuit coming up. And they actually got, I think, that that Lil Rod shit is coming up in what, the next week or two? No, 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 no. Not a week or two. In a minute. In a short while, Lil Rod case is about to go crazy. We already know about that. We talked about that. But in the filing, she said that she alleged that when Diddy's son came aboard, he was heavily intoxicated. So he come onto the boat staggering, he drunk. And he kept fucking with her. Grace then claimed in the complaint that he pressured her to take a shot of tequila. After she took the drink, he became aggressive and tried to get her to drink more. She said she quickly suspected that the tequila had been spiked after previously witnessing other women fall over and pass out after one drink. So she is implying that there was some funny shit going on in this drink. How do we gather that? Because she said previously she saw women who took some of this drink fall the fuck out. She claimed that things then escalated and Christian allegedly began groping her body and private parts. The complaint claimed to have audio recordings taken by Lil Rod Jones. This is why I'm telling you, discovery is fucking dangerous in this case for Diddy and his son, Little Mohawk Diddy. Why? Because they are saying that they have audio recordings that will back up what she's saying. Things like she kept declining alcohol, saying she had to leave, and telling Christian Combs to stop touching her with what sounds like kissing noises in the background. All of this could be dangerous evidence. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this eventually led to some criminal charges if they continue to have all this evidence showing that some bullshit was going on this yacht. Grace also said in the complaint that she was finally able to leave the studio and attempted to get back to her duties. However, she said Christian found her again later on in that night and insisted that she find him a place to sleep. She claimed that after she directed him to the yacht cinema, which was another sleeping space, he blocked her in and began groping. Tracy said, like father, like son. However, she alleged that he had grabbed her arms and was trying to force her to perform oral sex on him. This lawsuit even included photos of bruising on her arms that she claimed was caused by Christian Combs grabbing. I repeat, the lawyers who were handling this case have withdrawn. If all of this are lies and there's nothing to this story, why are you withdrawing? Why do you have to get a more experienced trial lawyer involved if this is a bunch of crap? This is a lot of evidence that she has in this lawsuit that if this was not true, there would be no need for no lawyers to withdraw. If there was no truth to this, or if there was nothing nefarious that went on, Why are they withdrawing? You didn't hear about any lawyers withdrawing and none of those other cases that got dismissed that obviously either the time which the statute of limitations was up, or there was not enough credible information. But when it comes to this case, and y'all hear this stuff she's alleging, she's got video, she's got audio of her telling her to keep his hand, quit touching her. She has pictures of bruising on her arms where she claimed Christian kept grabbing. If this was all make believe, there would be no reason for lawyers to withdraw and put more heavy hitters involved. Let's continue. She said she was fighting off this motherfucker in that room, and the only thing saved her is somebody else walked into the room. After all of this shit happened, she said she complained to the yacht captain the next day. What do y'all think this yacht captain did, who works on Diddy's yacht, paid by Diddy? What do you think this yacht captain did? Absolutely, positively, without a doubt, he ain't do shit. Allegedly. Well, he said he did not believe her, and nor did he investigate further to see if she was telling the truth. She also claimed that he retaliated against her. So he did do something. He let her go. A few months after this incident, he let her go. Now, following her job termination, she claimed in the lawsuit that her mental health deteriorated and she suffered from anxiety. She suffered from panic attacks and severe suicidal thoughts. She also claimed she developed an eating disorder and seizures as a result of this incident. Diddy, I want everybody in the chat to listen to this information. Listen to this part right here. Because some people can understand full paragraphs and understand what they're hearing, and then some people can't. So, our community is made of people who can understand. So tell me in the chat if you guys understand what this means. Diddy, aka Sean Combs, Diddy was also named as a defendant in this lawsuit for aiding and abetting his son in the alleged assault. And under premises liability as the person who chartered the yacht. Let's say that one more time for the students in the back of the class that are often laughing and giggling and getting D's and F's on their tests. Diddy was also named as a defendant in the lawsuit for aiding and abetting his son in the alleged assault and under premises liability as the person who chartered the yacht. See, in class, I always sat in the front For one reason, I wore glasses and I didn't want to wear glasses, so I had to see the chalkboard. But I also sat in the front because I wanted to be the type of student who knew what the fuck was going on. I didn't want to be the type of person to grow up and be saying shit and looking like I have like a fifth grade education. I never wanted to be that person. And so when you sit in the front of the class, one thing you have is you have you develop very good comprehension skills. And you understand that if Diddy is added to this lawsuit with his son, then that would mean the lawyers who withdrew represent Diddy and and Christian Combs. Now, for 99.9% of us, that is very easy to understand. But everybody is not born to be a sharp knife. Everybody isn't born to be a light bulb that actually lights up. For a few unfortunate people, maybe it's not their fault of their own. They can't grasp simple concepts. But that's why we had the Flow Show No Filter community, because we are a bunch of smart, witty, intelligent motherfuckers. And we get it. And we have compassion for those who don't, because it ain't their fault. They don't know shit. Like my dad always say, nobody wants to be a fucking jerk or a dummy. So if you run into a jerk or a dummy, feel compassion for them. That is why I always treat, whether you on my side or I always treat you pretty good, because that was a saying that my dad told me that changed my whole life. Because I used to be lashing out. I used to be getting upset at jerks. I used to want to have, let them change my whole mood and all of that. And I think I was about 19 or 20 when my dad gave me that advice. And it just makes so much sense. It makes so nobody wants to be a curmudgeon. Nobody wants to be just an obnoxious, unlikable person. Nobody strives for that. So if a person is that, damn near can't help it. And so when you look at it like that, you see the pain in people when they act like that. And these are facts. This is facts. This is why you see me on my social media page. You see, I'm always respectful. Now, I might have a smart mouth. That's all in fun. But you never see me rattled by assholes because of what my dad taught me. And that shit sticks with me every day. Nobody wants to be an asshole. Nobody was in class when everybody was saying, I want to be a fireman. I want to be a police officer. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a rapper. I want to be an NBA player. Nobody was saying, I want to be an asshole who trolls on the internet. Nobody said that. You know why nobody said that? Because nobody wanted to ever be that. But some people, through unfortunate things they went on and trauma that they got going on in their head, they had no choice. It's the only thing they know to be. So when you look at it like that, and you see the pain that they actually speaking from, it's hard to be mad at. So that's why pros, good people, fucked up people, they all welcome on this show. Because I'm big enough and smart enough and intelligent enough to see through the trolling, to see that it's just somebody who lonely, that don't have anybody, that don't have anything to feel good about. And it's human nature to try to bring people to a miserable place that we are. That is why they say the saying, misery loves company. Because right now, a troll doesn't have company. The only way they can get company is if they can figure out how to piss people off or get people to feel as down in the dumps as they do. Which is why I'm one of the few shows that I have trolls who actually have subscribed to my podcast. Because you come in here on trash and you leave here feeling like, damn, I'm in here trolling this guy who just doing his job and he ain't even mad at me. I need to look in the mirror. I've been in here calling this guy all kind of names. He ain't called me one name. I've been in here talking about him why he just he just up and early in the morning, Monday through Friday, being consistent and doing his job every day, serving his people, doing the best he can. And I'm just in here talking shit because I ain't got nothing better to do. And after a while, I don't care who you are. Even the most trollest of the troll end up feeling like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? I don't have anything better to do than this shit. So again, the Flow Show No Filter, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. is the most come as you are podcast. One of the number one podcasts on Apple and Spotify for a motherfucking reason. Almost at 200,000 downloads and a 5-star rating. Let me repeat that for the people in the back of the room laughing and giggling and not paying attention in class. 200,000 downloads. I call out motherfuckers left and right. I swear I don't put a shirt on. I just wear a headband and I'm 5-star rated. That's hundreds of thousands of people have downloaded this podcast. And at the end result, we got 5 stars, y'all. Do you know how hard it is to have a 5-star rating when you call out motherfuckers all day, every day? So you got people who just want to fuck up your rating or want to do anything to mess up your rating just to try to get at you. And despite all of that, I'm still 5 stars. That's because I got an approach unlike no other. See, I'm a truth teller, but I ain't no hater. Not a hater. And my community is the best. I'm not even going to say one of the best. My community is the best community online. See, this YouTube Live is just something I just started doing. We 500,000 followers strong on social media. If you check my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, I get millions of views a day. And it's full of people just like this community in my podcast. People who actually, I tell people all the time, what makes what I do so beautiful and why I love it is because I don't have fans per se like you have when you're a rapper or you're an actor or you're like an entertainer. You got different kind of fans. My fans, my supporters are made up of people who give a fuck. My fans, my supporters are made up of people who give a fuck, who give a fuck about what's going on in the world, who give a fuck about women and children and men and victims. That's a whole different fan. So it's hard for a lot of people to relate. I have a community of people who give a fuck. So when I run into people on the street, And they say, "Oh, Flo, I'm one of your biggest fans. I love your content." I know that person is somebody who gives a fuck. That's not no materialistic, shallow motherfucker, because you not one of them if you a Flo fan. If you a fan of Flo, you somebody who give a fuck about stories like Baby Haro. If you a fan of Flo, you somebody that give a fuck about holding pieces of shit like Diddy accountable. See, I will never stand up for a 50-year-old man who beat the hell out of a woman in 4K. I will never stand up for him. I will always stand down. I will always stand on business. And that's why they love me, and that's why I love y'all. So when you come in this podcast, when you come in this world, this ain't like popping in on somebody else's YouTube where they get all hot and bothered at a troll or hot and bothered because somebody got a difference of opinion. You in a whole different space here. You with an intelligent Black man who don't get upset, who understands you better than you understand yourself when you come in here with negativity. See, I see through it all. I see through Diddy. I see through these monsters. I see through the elite. I see through these corporations. I see through publications like TMZ. It didn't take me long to figure out what TMZ was all about. And now you see them coming out, people talking about they don't pay shit. It's toxic. They only take care of white men. They pay women and blacks fifth a fifth of what they paying white men over there. See, I didn't need to say all that. I just told y'all I don't fuck with TMZ. Next thing you know, all these stories coming out now. Because why? I am not a hater. Once I realize you're not for me, I just move the fuck on. I don't gotta trash you. I don't gotta air out your dirty laundry. I just move the fuck on. I tell my story. I told my community what happened and why I moved on from TMZ, and I left it at that. I didn't have to tell all their personal business because you know what? It's gonna come out anyway. And what happens? My community, people in my comments on Instagram, on Facebook, on all these different platforms, they come to me and they say, Flo, you told us. You told us TMZ wasn't shit. And they respect me even more because I don't go on a bash hate tour. I tell you my story, why I don't fuck with them, and I leave it at that. Then you hear all these other stories and people on interviews telling you why they ain't shit. And then you looking at me like, damn, Flo been told us, but that's what Flo do. God gave me a gift to read tea leaves. I never knew it was a gift until I started doing this shit. I've been able to read tea leaves my whole life and explain shit that people didn't see coming. I saw it coming light years before that. And it took this podcast and it took this journey for me to even realize, like, Flo, you got a gift at that. So when I'm supposed to be upset at people or people think I'm supposed to be mad and this and that, they don't understand. I don't get upset because I have emotional intelligence. I understand where people coming from. Yeah, I have a smart mouth. I like doing that. It's fun. That's part of debating. I will debate with the best of them. Like I always tell y'all, I will take my side, crush them at their debate. Then I take their side and crush them on their own takes. So I love to debate, but at the end of the day, I don't have no hate. I don't get upset. I'll be more feeling compassion for people who are upset and miserable, because I tell people all the time, I can't wait to wake up in the morning and do what I do. When I go to sleep, that's why I'm up so fucking early. I can't wait to get up and do what I do. I'm happy as fuck every day. And through the grace of God, since I've been an adult, I've been able to wake up and do what I wanted to do with my time. Now, do you have bad times? Hell yeah. We all have good times, bad times, ups and downs. But I've been an entrepreneur and been able to wake up and be whatever I wanted to be, whenever I wake up. So when you have genuine happiness and you're genuinely happy with your life, when you run into miserable people and people who are negative and people who are upset, you don't get upset. You actually feel sorry for them because you want them to feel the same happiness you feel. I want everybody to wake up in the morning and be excited and what the fuck the day gonna bring. Because that's how I feel every day. Me and C Tuck got new business ventures going on. I'm excited to talk to C Tuck when this show is over and see what progress we made since yesterday. When we get new news to talk about, I'm excited to wake up and talk to the Flow community and talk about this shit. So when you have excitement like that, man, I'm not upset about somebody who mad and trolling and cranky or whatever. I'm just hoping one day they feel how I feel. Because when negativity has to have a root. So that negativity you bringing, it's coming from somewhere inside of you. Something is negative inside of you that you have to get out. So you got to put it out on different people. You got to find different chats to troll because that negativity is inside of you and you just got to get it out. I get it. See, I don't have that negativity pent up inside of me. Ain't nothing but positive shit pent up inside of me. I'm happy as hell. So y'all, as we just celebrated our 250th episode of podcast, I just wanted to use this podcast to tell y'all how good I feel about y'all, how much I appreciate y'all. We just passed our 250th podcast episode coming from a person who never thought they would even do one podcast episode. I never saw myself doing one podcast episode. What got me into podcasting? Y'all. Y'all will be on my Instagram. Flo, you need to do a podcast. Y'all will be on my TikTok. Flo, you need to do a podcast. Y'all will be on my Facebook. Flo, you need to do a podcast. And I would always be saying, I can't see myself waking up and talking for an hour and a half on no fucking podcast. I couldn't see it. But after y'all kept saying it, and y'all support me so much, and everything y'all told me to do has been a success. So I finally got to the point where I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll try a podcast. And from that first episode I did on October 30th, 2024, I was hooked. And I said, damn, these motherfuckers was right again. The Flow fans were right again about telling me to do some shit that I didn't even think I would want to do. So when you got a journey like that, I am close as fuck to my fans and my supporters. And they are close as fuck to me because we've been rocking together. As a matter of fact, we named this podcast together. I would have never put my name in it. I didn't think I was big enough to have a show named after me. I'm just keeping it real. I had a lot of names for the podcast in my head. None of them had my name in it. It became the Flow Show because y'all named it the Flow Show. I just added no filter because I wanted people to know I'm liable to say anything on this bitch. So I wanted people to know, if you see the name Flow Show, I wanted you to know. Let me put that no filter on there so you don't come in there thinking it's going to be some popcorn and bubblegum shit. And so y'all picked the Flow Show. I was like, damn, they want me to call it the Flow Show? Okay. So y'all, as we celebrate our 250th episode, I just want to thank everybody on this TGIF. We got more news to get to, an update on baby Haro. And also, damn, y'all, man, the very first story, I got to tell y'all this. The very first story that showed me and made me realize I was a journalist at heart. Never knew I was a journalist. If you'd have told me I would be a good journalist when I was in my younger days, I would have looked at you like you was crazy. But if I have any day one people in here, y'all remember me from the Rasheem Carter story. Rasheem Carter was a young black man who was just working, and he was working on a factory and or a warehouse or whatever in Taylorsville, Mississippi. Long story short, he got into it with the boss. He was walking home. He called his mom. He said there were 4 white men following me, and he was hiding and shit. And his mom was telling him to be careful. He went to the police station, told them that people were following him. They wouldn't help him. And the next day, he was found mutilated. His body was spread all over the place and cut up, and it's just a nasty, horrific story. And to this day, nobody has been held responsible for it, when everybody pretty much feels like his boss and the racist people in the town did it. Okay, I'm telling y'all that because that is the story where I found my voice. That is the story that I covered that nobody was talking about, and I started covering it, and then the whole world started talking about it again. And Rasheem Carter's mother and auntie and family and friends all greatly appreciated me for doing that. And like I said, it was before that story, I was just reporting everything that happened. I wasn't really taking a case and diving deep. Well, the reason why I'm telling y'all that is one of my day one fans and supporters sent me a message saying that there was another young man who was another young black man who was killed in Taylorsville, Mississippi. And so I might have to look into that story. I don't know yet the details, but anytime a day one fan, and I'm talking about from a couple, 2-3 years ago, hits me up, I gotta look into it, man. So stay tuned on that. So anyway, baby, I'll give you more on that maybe next week or something if I find out some information. But anyway, baby Haro, they are saying that if if the judge would have done what he was supposed to do, then baby Haro would still be here. They say new details emerge in the death of baby Haro. This is from SF Gate newsletter. And basically what they're saying that the judge, same thing we have been saying on this show, the judge who or the judge or whoever tried this case, when Jake, the fucking dad, and I use that in quotation marks, if they would have been handled correctly in the first case, then this wouldn't even happen. See, this time the child is actually dead. The last time he beat the child so much, it was his daughter, and I hate even saying his daughter. He shouldn't have no title. He shouldn't be associated at all with these children. But he, like we talked about, he only served a day. He gave her brain damage and all type of other shit. Well, this time they got a $1 million bond, as we know, and the next time they will be in court is September 4th. But again, what's really upsetting people and what they talked about in this article is basically, y'all know that case that Jake had before, and they didn't do shit about it. They gave him 1 day for beating the hell out of his daughter. They only gave him 1 day. It says right here, it soon emerged that Jake Haro had previously been convicted of child abuse. In 2018, Haro's infant daughter from a prior marriage was taken to a hospital suffering from broken bones, a brain hemorrhage, and a skull fracture. Haro pleaded guilty to willful, all these damn commercials, to willful child abuse in 2023. But the judge, and I want to know who the fuck this judge was. Because they keep saying, but the judge. What is his name? Quit using, hey, anybody out in the community, if y'all can find out who this judge is that suspended his sentence, the girl, aka his daughter, is still bedridden to this day with permanent injuries as a result of the abuse this asshole Jake did to her, in which this fucking judge, who they won't name, anybody in the community, if you can find out who this judge is, please send it to me. Who was the judge that looked at this grown-ass man in 2018, beat the hell out of an infant daughter, where she had to be taken to the hospital, suffer from broken bones, a brain hemorrhage, and a skull fracture? Haro pleaded guilty to willful child abuse in 2023. And this dumbass, poor excuse of a judge suspended his sentence, and they keeping his name hidden. So if y'all can find out who this judge is, please send me his name, because or her, him or her. I don't know if it's a him or a her. But we need to know who this judge was, and why is he still? Are they still a judge? Because they shouldn't be. How in the fuck can you suspend a sentence for this? If you want to support the podcast, click the link for the Buzzsprout in the show notes. If you're listening to this on audio, Apple, and Spotify, and you want to support the podcast, the link, the Buzzsprout link, is in the notes. It's Buzzsprout/subscribe or something like that. Greatly appreciate it. We need to get our subscriptions back up. Get our subscriptions going. Also, I will put the Buzzsprout link in the chat if you want to support the audio, Apple and Spotify version of the podcast. Please go ahead and feel free to hit the link that I'm about to put in the chat. Oh, my bad. Thank you, Angelia, for the $9.99. We call that a fave $5 holla. Happily driving, my favorite flow on this beautiful Friday morning. Time to wake and bake. Thank you, Angie. You know it's payday. Y'all know Fridays is payday, but I ain't even been looking at the chat. I've been so busy cooking and reading my notes. Had so much to talk about. Yesterday, I meant to tell y'all about us doing our passing the 250 episode mark. I forgot, so I brought that shit up today. Morning, Felicia. Morning, Monique says, hello, family. Everybody in the building. Everybody feeling good today. Another TGIF episode is wrapped up. We called out We called out a few folks, but we always do. I think I missed another. What's up, Laura? Sorry, I missed some of the super chats. I was cooking and looking at my notes. But Lord, thank you for the $4.99. Lord says, Happy Friday. It's $4.99 to the rest of the world, but on this show, we call that a $5 holla. Did I miss any other super chats? Anybody in the community, let me know if I missed a super chat. It's Friday. I want to give everybody their credit. Uh-oh. Big R. Big R. Big R coming through with the big $9.99 on payday. Y'all know Friday is Flo's payday. And Big R came through with the $9.99. We call that a $10 holla. She says, or he. I'm sorry, I don't know. Sometimes, oh no, it's a she. I think it's a. I'm seeing a she in the picture, so I'm assuming it's a she. You are a she. Says amazing here on the No Flow Show. You already know. No filter flow is unstoppable. Oh, what's the judge's name? Good. What is that judge's name who suspended the sentence like a fucking doofus? We need to know this name. Okay, it's a girl. She said it's a girl. Hey, look, we even doing gender reveals on the Flow Show. It's a girl, y'all. Big R is a girl. Thank you so much for the $9.99 holla. Oh shit. Oh shit. Monique coming through. Big mama. Big mama. I love my big mama. Monique coming through with the super duper. Me, I'm super fly. Super duper fly. The super duper $20 holla. Damn. And hey, look, and Monique in her bag today. And Monique been a member for 4 months. Monique Ziegler says, have a great day, Flo. Much love. I love you, Monique. You've been my day one member, and you coming through with a $20 holla. I love it. Everybody give Monique her flowers for being the first member to have joined and paid for membership on YouTube. She joined when I didn't even have shit to offer on YouTube for the members yet. That's how real Monique is. And then gonna come through with a $20 holla. You showing out today, Monique. Monique, you showing out today. Let's give her flowers in the chat, y'all. Oh, yours in there? Where you at, Tracy? Did I miss it? Hold on, Tracy. It's Friday. I ain't in no rush. I'm shouting out all the big dollar hollers. Let me see. Tracy says she in here. Where you at, Tracy? Did I miss Tracy's? Okay. My bad, Tracy. Tracy said, hold on. Tracy said, hold the fuck up, Flo. You keep yapping your trap. I wasn't paying attention, was I, Tracy? My bad. Thank you for Tracy, another supporter. She is also going to be at the meet and greet October 4th and 5th. Some more y'all need to jump on board, but right now we ain't talking about the rest of y'all. We talk about Tracy. Last name White. That's my last name. Tracy came through with the $9.99. We call that a $10 holla. Thank you so much, Tracy, being one of the top tier Flow Show, No Filter, Flow supporters. Tracy be on Facebook cussing everybody out who try to come at Flow. Tracy is my Facebook goon. You come on my Facebook talking shit, Tracy gonna handle your ass. I call Tracy my Facebook security. Cause it be a lot of action on Facebook. I got like almost 300,000 followers on Facebook, and it goes down on Facebook. If you ain't following me on Facebook, you might need to follow me. We need more security over there. But Tracy be holding it down. Tracy be dogging. Tracy be cussing motherfuckers the fuck out. Come on, Angie coming through. Judge name is Dwight D. Moore. We got $1.99, a $2 holla guilty, and I don't like it. Let me put that name. I got to look up this Dwight D. Moore. I got to look up this bastard. Dwight D. Moore, we want less. We gonna call him Dwight D. Less. Dwight D. Less suspended a sentence while a child is laying in the hospital with broken bones and brain damage, and the defendant pleaded guilty. And you suspended the sentence. You no good bastard. I got to do some digging on your ass. No Diddy. And pause. The fuck? Okay. We got Lala, been a member for a month. Come on, Lala. Lala's love. I see Lala with her beautiful children in the picture. Yeah, y'all. Some of y'all, we gotta step up our profile pics. We gotta teach people how to change their profile pics. I see somebody in here said, yeah, hey y'all, for y'all wondering why it's just Diddy face, the camera, the Wi-Fi is not picking up the camera. So I got to figure out what the problem was, and I didn't want to be 30 minutes late trying to figure that shit out. But I have it. We'll be back on camera next week. I don't know what's up with the Wi-Fi and the camera. They not on the same page today. Yeah, I agree with you, Big R. They need to dismiss his ass pronto. They need to dismiss his ass pronto. If I miss a super chat or a super sticker, please let me know before we get the fuck out of here and get ready to party for the weekend. Lily says she covered Diddy's face. Lily says she covered Diddy's face. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. She covered Diddy's face. So next week, let's come with some new profile. Well, everybody don't have to, but if everybody, let's come with new. Kathy says grandma Cat Case needs to update my profile pic on the laptop live show. Oh, grandchildren, them the grandbabies. Okay. Ain't nothing like the grandbabies. Grandbabies love their grandma. We love our grandma. So shout out to your grandbabies, Lala. You know I talk about my granny all the fucking time. So you know how we feel about our grannies on this podcast. Desi says she'd rather have my face on the screen instead of Diddy's face. Yeah, I didn't have time to like load no other pictures because once I found out that the video wasn't working, I had to fucking get on the show. So I ain't have much to choose from. So I apologize. Y'all had to look at Diddy for an hour. I apologize. Y'all had to look at Diddy's big head ass for an hour. Next week we're gonna be back to our regularly scheduled video. I don't know what the hell. That's why I normally don't cut shit off. Oh, cool. Okay, RX. Are you? Do I follow you on Facebook or Instagram where I can communicate with you? RX. to help me with the technical difficulties. So RX, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, or if you can send me a message, I would definitely like to talk to you about some of the technical stuff, because I'm upgrading and I'm about to be switching up my whole system like in the next couple weeks. And so I'm definitely gonna need some tech savvy motherfuckers. Yeah, send me a message. I need some tech savvy people, because I'm about to switch. I'm about to do a whole new setup, and I need somebody who knows about this shit so I can make sure it's set up right. And I have someone like to help me with some of the lagging issues and shit like that. So yeah, definitely hit me up, RX. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Coming through in the fourth quarter. I was just about to ring the buzzer. But we going into overtime. Hey, look, we going into overtime because I see another $10 holla. Come on, y'all, show at least some love for putting some more dollars on my belly. Flo, she said, Flo, wanted to give you another $10. Love you, enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna be fat, Flo. I'm gonna be fat, Flo, in a minute. Y'all keep putting this in my belly. I'm gonna eat good today. What am I have today? I think I'm gonna get my favorite stuffed salmon. This little restaurant got, so I think I'm going with that. So at any rate, y'all, TGIF, enjoy y'all weekend. Let's get to our mouse in the chat. If you got any more super stickers for me, I won't be mad. I won't be mad at all. Okay, yeah, she said, look, Big R said, I'll be loading a pic on my profile. Yeah. And we get everybody, I want to see what everybody, I want to see everybody's face. Everybody, let's step up our profile pics next week. Everybody put that, make sure their face is on their profile pics next week, because I'll be looking at everybody's profile. That's how I get a chance to kind of get to know who the hell I'm talking to. So yeah, next week we're gonna be checking in and see who updated their profile pic. Oh shit. Uh-oh, hold up. We in overtime. Look at this, y'all. La La and her grandbabies coming through with the $20. The big dog. Holla. I love my big mama. Big mama. I love my big mama. Big mama. $20. Holla. Thank you, La La Love. Tell your grandbabies, Flo, say, what's up? And tell her I said to hold you tight, because I miss my granny so much, but I enjoyed her so much while she was here. Grannies, 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 grannies. Granny was the inventor of "and I don't like it." Don't never forget it. Granny left me my tagline. Granny left me with a tagline that will make me who I am today. If it wasn't for her telling me "and I don't like it," I wouldn't be saying "and I don't like it," and I might not have blew up the way I did, because "and I don't like it" is what blew me up. So although my granny is not here, but she left me with one of the greatest gifts I could ever have, and that was a gem, which was the "and I don't like it" tag that she used to say to me. And I used it and I said it to the world, and this is what the world know me as. Ain't nothing better than a granny, y'all. Ain't nothing better than a granny. You can have your Grammy Awards. I'm good with my Granny Award. And so shout out to all the grannies out there. Everybody saying I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it. Everybody saying I'm out. Let me catch up. Let me catch up. Monique says, I'm out, family. Hope you enjoy your day. Tracy says, I'm out. Laura says, I'm out. Lily says, everybody rip it up this weekend, but safely. Love you all, and I'm out. Grandma Kathy says, everyone enjoy the weekend. Got you now on my laptop. Proud grandma here. I am out. We love our grandmas, and the grandmas love Flo. I have so many grandmas on my Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I almost sometimes call it the grandma podcast. I got the most grandmas tuning in for sure. So let's keep going. Did I miss any out mouths? Did I miss it? Okay. Lala, who is this right here? Lala says they call me Lala and I like it. I'm out, y'all. Love my flow family. Oh yeah, Lala. Hey Lala, my son and our kids call our grandma Mia. So she don't go by grandma or granny either. My mom go by Mia. So they call her Mia. They don't call her grandma. They call her Mia. So I feel you. They call you Lala. RX say, sent you an IG message. Much love, Glow Show fam. I'm out. Okay, RX, I'll check your message. And as always, I love y'all. And that's even including trolls. I love y'all. But I'm